But I think the most important thing that I'd like for people to know is that I love people and I love prevention. So I'm very excited that you all are here today for Suicide Prevention Day at the Capitol. The work that you all do in your communities is invaluable, and it's invaluable because life is invaluable. And what we do is save lives. Now, I identify as a Christian. That is my faith. And one of my favorite Bible verses is Jeremiah 29:11, and it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and future." And at DBHDD, we like to say that hope changes everything. When individuals find themselves at the brink of wondering, is life worth it? They often, we find that what's lacking is hope. Hope that things will be different. Hope that there will be people who care about them. Hope that there are answers or solutions to the problems that they are dealing with. Not too long ago, I found myself wondering those same questions. I'd had a major upheaval in the path I was taking in life that was just going up in super ways, and life happened, as life often does. But it was a challenge, an obstacle, and a barrier that I had never faced before. And I found myself wondering, do I have what it takes to make it through this? And the longer I wondered, and being a clinician, stigma is a terrible thing. There's this stigma of, if you're a helper, you can't ask for help. And how ridiculous is that? But there I was, needing help, but too afraid to ask for help. Or let me say not afraid, too embarrassed to ask for help. But there were loving people in my life who weren't willing to let me go out like that. So at my lowest, when I had plans to kill myself and my children, people stepped in and I got connected to help. And the most important thing that my pastor is actually the person who intervened. And he said that as long as you have faith, there's hope that tomorrow things will get better. And so for all of you, especially you youth, who are speaking to individuals in your community, and don't be afraid to ask the question. Don't be afraid to kind of lean into a person's life and say, you seem like you're kind of down today. Do you want to talk? And be ready to give them resources. But the one thing that you can share with them is there is always hope. There are people that care about you. And if you don't see other people, you see me standing right here in front of you. And as long as there are loving people in your life who are willing to walk beside you to get you connected to resources, there is hope. And your life matters. Your life has purpose. There's not a one of us here in these halls today who were not placed on this earth with a unique purpose that no one but you can do. There may be people with similar purposes, but nobody can do what you specifically were sent on this earth to do. So we all have to support each other because we're all a piece of the puzzle. And if one puzzle piece is missing, the story's not complete. So we have work to do. Each of you has a role to play in preventing suicide in Georgia. So please continue to join us. What you do matters. You matters. And like we say at DBHDD, hope changes everything. Thank you.